getting some well-deserved congratulations from his fellow competitors, including Brian Arnold. Last man standing from last year and the last man standing this year.
Next year I'll go. We both go, right?
This year was still truly groundbreaking, filled with historic success.
Yeah, it's truly awe-inspiring. I genuinely cannot wait till next year.
Well, next week, we're going to make history again. Last year, the U.S. defeated Japan and took home the trophy in our first international ninja competition. Now, the Japanese are coming back for redemption. And for the first time, a team of all-stars from Europe will be here to compete. It's a three-way battle for global ninja dominance. USA versus the world. That competition is going to be epic right here in Las Vegas. For Akbar Bajavia-Miller and Jen Brown, I'm Matt Eisman. We'll see you next week on American Ninja Warrior.
What you got? Give it up for our season 7 coaches.
I'm gonna get this party started.
Do you like fashion? I have 4 clothing lines.
Oh my God!
I have 3 trophies from the boys and a credit card. We'll go buy you some damn clothes.
On an all-new Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, Jason Segel drops by. NBC Tonight.
On the run tonight, 2 wanted bank robbers involved in a heist in Clinton.
And a Jackson roadway makes a mess of one woman's vehicle. She calls 3 on your side looking for answers.
It may be in the 90s today, but we've got a big cool down headed our way. I'll have your forecast coming up.
You're watching Mississippi's best newscast. 3 on your side. The WLBT 10 p.m. report.
Well, Clinton police say 2 men were armed with guns and masks during a bank robbery.
Yeah, and tonight they are hoping newly released pictures of what could be the getaway car will help them catch their suspects. Annette Pegler has more.
Clinton Police Chief Michael Warren says around 4:15 Monday afternoon, 2 men entered into the Capaya Bank wearing hoodies and masks and immediately demanded money. These are surveillance photos showing those suspects. Just how much cash the bandits got away with is not known at this point. Fortunately, there were no customers inside of the bank and the workers were not harmed.
Obviously, you know, you don't ever want that to happen to you, but I think they handled it very well. The bank has a good procedure in place and they're following that. So I think everybody did exactly what they were trained to do.
Clinton police also released this photo of a car that could have been the getaway car used by the suspects. Investigators say this isn't the first time the bank has been targeted by thieves.
This bank has been robbed before. It's been a number of years. I can't confirm how many, and those suspects were caught. And we have every confidence that these suspects are going to be caught too.
The ATM is still operational. However, the bank is now closed and there's no word yet if it will be open tomorrow. If you have any information on those 2 suspects, please call the Clinton Police Department. Back to you.
Thanks, Annette. This update now to breaking news we first brought you at 6. The subjects of an endangered missing child alert have been located and they are safe. The Mississippi Bureau of Investigation had issued the alert earlier this evening. It involved 5-year-old Braden Cash Wooten and his mother, 26-year-old Kelsey Grimes. Just before 9 tonight, MBI released a statement saying the pair had been found. According to officials, the Endangered Missing Child Alert is a new tool the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation will use in cases when Amber Alert criteria is not met. 2 suspects wanted in connection with the Simpson County homicide will have their initial appearance in court tomorrow. 25-year-old Kendrala Keys and her boyfriend, 28-year-old Cutrell Varnado, are charged with capital murder in the death of 64-year-old Naomi Durr. Now, Keys is a step-granddaughter of the victim. Investigators say Durr's husband found his wife's body Friday afternoon. She was tied up and lying on the floor in a storage room when authorities arrived. While no motive has been disclosed, deputies hinted that Keys may have committed the act for money.
It appeared to us that this was going to be planned out because some of the evidence that we found on scene had been brought with them. So that's what led us to believe that, you know, this was probably more or less premeditated.
Law enforcement is still working on gathering evidence in this case. Investigators say one of the suspects has already confessed to the crime.
And by now you've probably seen this very disturbing video from TMZ. It shows NFL football player Ray Rice striking his then fiancee inside an elevator at an Atlantic City casino. The graphic images sparked hundreds of comments on our Facebook and Twitter pages. Rice admitted to hitting the woman, who is now his wife, last February. At that time, he was given a 2-game suspension. Well, now, as Jay Gray explains, he faces much more serious consequences.
The video released early this morning by TMZSports.com is graphic and disturbing. A savage hit that's overshadowed the first week of on-field action in the NFL. Running back Ray Rice knocking out his fiancée, now wife, Janae Palmer, in a casino elevator last February.
Any man that hits a woman should, have to suffer for the consequences.
Monday, the consequences were swift and severe for Rice. His reported $40 million contract terminated by the Baltimore Ravens.
When someone that you care about does wrong, and is faced with the consequences of doing wrong, and rightfully so, it is tough. It is hurtful.
Rice has been suspended indefinitely by the NFL. The league also released a brief written statement saying, "We requested from law enforcement any and all information about the incident, including the video from inside the elevator. That video was not made available to us, and no one in our office has seen it until today." Still, for some, that's not enough to explain why Rice initially received just a 2-game suspension.
Well, everything about it was wrong. The entire thing stunk. It was an embarrassment to the team. It was an embarrassment to the NFL.
And frustrating for fans who spoke out on talk radio after seeing the newly released video.
You don't hit a woman. You don't punch her in the face. You walk away.
It's disgusting because they're role models to so many people.
So many who now wonder how long the Ravens and NFL knew about the violent videotape and why it took its public release to force Rice out of the league. Jay Gray, WLBT News.
The Magnolia State ranks 5th in the nation in rate of women murdered by men. That's according to the new Violence Policy Center report based on data from 2012. Nationwide, over 1,700 females were murdered by males in single-victim, single-offender incidents in 2012 alone. Rounding out the top 5 states in this report, Louisiana at number 4, Oklahoma number 3, South Carolina number 2, and Alaska is at number 1. If you want to see the full report, you can visit our website, msnewsnow.com. Right now, it's on our homepage.
A jury has convicted a Mississippi man who was declared dead 2 decades ago and then resurfaced as a murder suspect. Jurors took just over an hour today to find Thomas Sanders guilty in the kidnapping and murder of 12-year-old Lexis Roberts. Her remains were found in a wooded area in Catahoula Parish in October 2010. The penalty phase begins next week. Jurors will decide whether Sanders will be put to death or spend the rest of his life in prison.
A North Mississippi woman was shot twice in a Target parking lot in Tennessee today. Investigators say they do not believe the shooting is random, but instead part of an ongoing domestic situation. The woman was shot through her driver's side window, and she went out of the passenger side door in an attempt to escape the gunman. Now, witnesses say he shot her in the back at that point. Now, a 33-year-old female victim was rushed to a hospital. She is in critical condition tonight. Potholes can be frustrating, but also costly to repair. One did a number on the vehicle of a Jackson resident.
Well, she tells 3 on Your Side her car is out of commission and she's looking to the city for answers. Roslyn Anderson has more.
I just heard this big bang. Underneath my car was just torn up.
Tangela Sherrell's drive down Parkway Drive on August 7th ended with major damage to her 2005 Mazda RX-8. That loud noise was this water valve cover that dented and punctured her undercarriage. Damage from the catalytic converter to the gas tank has totaled more than $3,200. And she says she has no transportation and the city is giving her the runaround.
I hit these holes that were in the street and this big iron piece just literally tore everything from up underneath my car.
The realtor contacted the city of Jackson. The risk management department informed her that she had to file a claim. After filling out the form, 1 month later, her car is still not repaired.
I had to go through a 10-day process for one department. So the lady that's the supervisor or whatever, she called me back and said that they have to do another 10-day process.
Jackson spokeswoman Sheila Bird said the claim is under investigation and Cheryl's actually struck a partially raised water valve cover. She says once the city receives a claim form, it is assigned to an investigator. Then a letter is sent out to the complainant acknowledging the receipt of the claim. The minimum an investigation takes is 10 days, depending on the type of claim.
It has been patched, and several more holes have been patched.
Bird says Cheryl's will be updated on her claim before 5 p.m. Tuesday. Rosalind Anderson, WLBT News.
Cheryl says the day after she filed the risk management form, city crews filled in those potholes as she showed us.
A shocking attack caught on tape, and the ages of those involved may surprise you. More on that story coming up.
And see the transformation that has some Jackson residents raving about where they live.
The temperatures in the 90s could be a thing of the past later on this week. And what's going on in the sky right now? We're going to be talking about that when we come back.
More people turn to WLBT for election coverage than any other station. WLBT brought you every controversial moment, gave you detailed analysis of the issues facing the candidates, and up-to-the-minute results on air, online, and on your mobile device. WLBT News, your election coverage leader.
Make it a September to remember at Wilson Hyundai on Lakeland Drive. Get the all-new 2015 Sonata for just $189 a month with America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Dream today where there's a Wilson Hyundai on Lakeland and WilsonHyundai.com.
I have to have blood transfusions every 3 weeks. When I have a blood transfusion, I feel great. This is me at 3. I've been needing blood to stay alive since I was a baby. For 35 years, Mississippi Blood Services has been saving lives of people just like me. It's great to be alive.
It's final model year clearance at Wilson Premier Hyundai on I-55 with new Hyundai starting at just $14,860 or $3,000 off all 2014 Elantra.
Where there's a Wilson, there's on the corner of Steed Road and I-55 North and WilsonPremierHyundai.com.
It's here, Ford's Great American Tailgate Event, featuring America's best-selling brand. Leading the way, Ford Fusion, C-Max, Focus, and Escape. Winning starts here, so hurry into Ford's Great American Tailgate Event. Now, during the Great American Tailgate Event, get Fiesta, Focus, or Fusion for 0% financing for 72 months, only at your Mid-South Ford dealer.
Your phone is smart. Your kids are smart. Your dog, well, let's just say he's sweet. And now your grocery shopping is smart too. Because you shop at Kroger and you win online to sign up, sign on, and save more at Kroger.com. With digital coupons for the things you buy most often, you're saving time by building shopping lists online and by refilling prescriptions in a snap. Yep, you are one smart cookie. Great food, low prices at Kroger.
West Jackson neighborhoods have had their share of problems with crime and dilapidated structures. Howard is here to explain. Howard.
Well, Maggie, there is a transformation underway, and in tonight's Taking Back Our Neighborhoods report, one apartment complex has gone from eyesore to eye candy, much to the delight of residents and the community. Before this was Hidden Oak Apartments, it was this, Courtyard Square. A resident who didn't want her full name used or her face shown on camera remembers it well.
Well, before, when it was Courtyard Square, it was not painted, roof was bad, windows were bad, if there were any screens to any of them at all. The AC heating units were in disrepair. The electronic gate was not even up and running.
And with the disrepair came drug dealers, prostitutes, and other crime. An Atlanta, Georgia investor named Doug Rutherford said he and his wife Denise became interested in the property, took a leap of faith, and $500,000 later transformed Courtyard Square into this appealing habitat renamed Hidden Oak Apartments. The Rutherfords have also purchased an abandoned property across the street and cleaned it up. Cynthia says all this is having a positive impact on the community.
I think it is. The tenants seem to really enjoy it. They can tell the difference. They've all made several comments about it.
One of those tenants is a relative newcomer, Cole Williams, a Mississippi College School of Law student.
It's great. I mean, there were some issues with the roads around here, and I've seen that the city's done a great job even since I've moved in. And I love my neighbors. We all get along great, and there's no one here that causes any trouble whatsoever. And you can definitely tell that the infrastructure's coming back.
And that's good news for longtime residents like Cynthia, who says comprehensive background checks and prompt service are putting smiles on everyone's faces.
So it's good to see that they love their homes now too.
Indeed, they do. Rent for the Hidden Oak Apartments begins at around $495 per month. Let us help you take back your neighborhood. Just send an email to hbaloo@WLBT.com or contact me on Facebook or Twitter.
Heavy downpours lead to dangerous conditions in at least 2 states tonight.
And nearly a dozen people face charges in connection with a beating outside of Tennessee Kroger. More on that coming up next.
Genuity VT Double Crow Corn includes 2 built-in modes of action, proven to control corn earworm. Plus, it offers proven performance from ear to ear and has shown consistent results you can count on. So plant the proven choice.
I've been a patient of dental surgery for a long time, and I just love it. My family does too. I used to be afraid to go to dentists, but Dr. Walker and Dental Association changed my mind. Everyone is so nice and kind that it makes a great difference.
Dr. Tanya Walker of Dental Associates is passionate about your dental care in the Southgate Shopping Center just south of the Terry and McDowell Road intersection.
I highly recommend Dental Associates because they treat you good when you come in and treat you so nice when you leave.
Dental Associates, call 601-371-1157.
Genuity VT Double Crow Corn includes 2 built-in modes of action, proven to control corn earworm. Plus, it offers proven performance from ear to ear and has shown consistent results you can count on. So plant the proven choice.
Get advanced technology and personal service with C-Spire Business Solutions.
It's on. The games are on. The coverage is on. The action is on the all-new SEC network. And it's all on Xfinity, where you get the most live college football, including the Pac-12 networks, the Big Ten network, and ESPN Goal Line. Plus, with X1 and the Sports app, you can experience it all like never before. Enjoy the all-new SEC network on TV and on the go with Watch ESPN when you sign up for an Xfinity Triple Play for $99 a month for 2 years. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
The experiences, the kind that take your breath away and remind you what it feels like to be alive. Catching a glimpse of life under the sea or on top of the world. Walking in the footsteps of soldiers, legends, and kings. It's a feeling, a connection that can only be made in Tennessee. Start planning at tnvacation.com.
For answers to your legal questions, visit forthepeople.com or on your cell phone, dial #law. Being connected, staying connected. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Now, your first alert weather with meteorologist Dave Roberts. Looking live right now, first alert Doppler radar. Not seeing any rain out there. It is a pretty quiet night all across central and south Mississippi. But earlier on, we did have some showers popping up, just some isolated activity in some spots east and south of the metro. I suspect we'll have a couple of showers popping up tomorrow afternoon as well, but nothing to worry about overnight tonight. In fact, right now, clear to partly cloudy skies, 78 degrees. Feels like 83. The humidity is up there. There's no wind. It's one of those stagnant nights out there. Currently 77 in Vicksburg as well as Macomb, 77 in Natchez, and Brookhaven currently at 75 degrees. Well, the big deal in the sky tonight is the free show that we're all being treated to. It is the Super Harvest Full Moon, and we call it that because it's a full moon that is right now very close in its path to the Earth. And when it's at this kind of path, the closest point, it appears bigger in the sky. And we're also seeing that it's the closest to the start of the official fall season in about 2 weeks. So that's where it gets the name Harvest Moon. So this is something that we get to see every once in a while, but a lot of things are coming together on this night. Here's some of the pictures that you are sharing with us. Brad Cooney took this one for us. Farrah Cox captured this picture of the moon. And here's a nice little shot, too, coming from Becca Spears French. A little bit of the shade there as the clouds are starting to interfere a little bit with the moon. But a full moon going out there, and there's so many ways to stay connected to us through our Facebook page, also Twitter, Instagram, and you can always email, send it at WLBT.com, no matter what the picture is. And when you download our app, we've got a great way to hit send it there as well, where you can just send those pictures to us and share them with us. Right now out there, clear skies. It looks pretty nice across the entire area, but we look all the way up to Canada, and that's where our next weather maker's coming from. This cold front will drop out of Canada over the next few days, and this is going to be the one that does the trick. This will come in here and knock these 90s out of here. I'm not saying once and for all, but it is going to bring in cooler, much cooler weather by the time we get into the weekend. There's slightly drier air over us tonight. That's what's helping us have the clear skies so we can see the sky. High pressure will build down across the area over the next couple of days. But eventually, when that front gets here, we will have a chance for showers and storms. In the tropics, not a lot going on. Nothing going on close to home here in the Gulf, the Caribbean, or the western areas of the Atlantic. But in the eastern Atlantic, we are seeing an area of low pressure just off the African coast. And if you look at the forecast models for the next 5 days, they keep it out to sea. So it's really not a threat to any land. 72, partly sunny in the morning. Your sunrise will be at 6:40 a.m. Hour by hour temperatures, we're in the 80s by 9 a.m. In fact, 90-degree temperatures by noon. Could be a couple of showers around Vicksburg as well as McGee. And then middle of the afternoon, an isolated shower or two. Belzona 92, Brookhaven at 93 degrees. Your forecast for tonight, 72, partly cloudy and warm out there. Then for tomorrow, you can expect 93 with mostly sunny skies. Just a stray shower in the afternoon. That 93, it's going to feel more like 103. Mid-90s on the way for Wednesday, but only about 90 on Thursday. Look at that chance for rain really spiking up there. And then temperatures come down for the weekend, along with plenty of sunshine and lower humidity, low 80s for highs, maybe down into the 50s for lows.
Thanks, Dave. The weather has not been pleasant in portions of Nevada tonight. The southern part of the state was drenched today. In Clark County, Nevada, which includes Las Vegas, flash flood warnings were issued. One part of the county got 4 inches of rain in 2 hours. A ground delay at McCarran International Airport affected arriving and departing flights, and some residents were evacuated from their homes. Meanwhile, major flooding in parts of Arizona turned deadly. A woman died after the car she was driving was swept away by heavy floods on Tucson's east side. Heavy rain and strong winds dropped as much as 3 inches in some places. Flooded roadways across that area left a number of vehicles stranded, and officials have closed multiple roads in the wake of flooding. More rain is expected this week.
Well, continuing our look at news across America tonight, 3 more teenagers have been arrested in the attack that happened in the Kroger parking lot in Memphis, Tennessee. In total, 10 teens and 1 adult face a variety of charges, including aggravated assault and aggravated riot. They range in age from 14 to 19 years old. 3 people were injured Saturday night by a large group of the teenagers. The victims were struck several times in the head and face while being knocked to the ground. According to 2 of the victims, large pumpkins were thrown at the heads, and they were eventually knocked unconscious. And developing this hour, another attack on a female student on the campus of the University of Florida in Gainesville. These surveillance photos show a person of interest. Campus police and local authorities say the suspect has a similar pattern of behavior in all 4 cases. The victims were attacked from behind, making it difficult for them to describe the suspect in enough detail for police to create a composite sketch. Authorities say the victims fought back and bystanders came to their aid. None of them sexually assaulted.
An Atlanta hospital says a patient infected with Ebola will be brought from West Africa to its isolation unit for treatment. Emory University Hospital says a patient is expected to arrive tomorrow morning. The World Health Organization says a doctor who has been working in an Ebola treatment center in Sierra Leone has tested positive for the disease. 2 aid workers who contracted Ebola while working in Liberia were treated successfully last month at Emory. A 3rd patient is being treated in Nebraska.
3 on your side consumer alert for Home Depot customers tonight. The retailer confirms hackers broke into its computer system, possibly stealing millions of customers' data. Home Depot said the breach may go back to April, giving hackers 5 months to take consumers' debit and credit card information. The Atlanta-based company is still investigating the incident, but it says it doesn't believe customers' PIN information was compromised. The company is offering free identity protection and credit monitoring to some customers.
How would Eli Manning fare in his season debut on Monday Night Football? Plus memories of the late Jack Crystal. Sports with Mike Sands coming up next.
Carla, conqueror of the morning. You deserve an amazing breakfast.
Pamper your morning with our sausage McGriddle sandwich for only $1. Time to try our $5 quarter pounder with cheese sandwich extra value meal.
I don't know how in the world that he could have put a team together like this. I mean, it had to have been a blessing from the Lord. I'm telling you, these people are phenomenal. I have never been in here, and I've been in here several times, that I wasn't greeted at the door when I walked in by name. They know me by name and treated like I was family every time. I would tell anybody, don't wait. You know, get it done. The pain, you know, it takes care of the pain. It looks a whole lot better. You're just a lot healthier.
Every kid in Mississippi has a wish.
I wish I could fly. I wish I could play.
I wish I didn't have to test.
I wish my sister's heart worked right.
And every kid deserves a healthier future. That's why the Manning Family Fund for a Healthier Mississippi supports Children's of Mississippi, part of UMMC. Their work changes lives.
Now I'm the strongest kid in the world.
Join us and give to the Manning Family Fund for a Healthier Mississippi.
Are you tired of watching your life from the sidelines? Have you let joint pain steal your joy in life? Well, you don't have to suffer anymore. The orthopedic specialists at Mississippi Sports Medicine specialize in returning you back to the active lifestyle you desire. We perform routine procedures for all orthopedic conditions to make pain-free movement possible. Stop living with pain and get back to enjoying life. Mississippi Sports Medicine, because life is a sport.
The High School Minute is sponsored by Mississippi Sports Medicine.
And now, WLBT Sports with Mike Sands.
Today, a day of remembrance for Mississippi State as they mourn the loss of Jack Crystal. Crystal, behind the mic for over 1,500 Bulldog athletic contests, voice of both the football and men's basketball games on the radio from 1953 until 2011. Passing away yesterday at the age of 88, but not before leaving a legacy extending well beyond Starkville.
Oh, I don't think you could write a history of Mississippi sports and leave Jack Crystal out of it. He's synonymous with Mississippi football. I think he transcends your normal college rivalries.
As a new person coming in, a newcomer coming in, and it was just always, really welcoming, wanting to take care of you, just friendly with everything that he did.
Jack didn't really like flying very much, and of course he had so many air trips that he had to take with the different ball clubs, but invariably, when the plane's wheels touched the ground, wherever we were going, Jack would always say, "What a great night for flying. It's the only way to travel."
Crystal's funeral is Wednesday in Tupelo. State will then host a public memorial service Thursday night inside Humphrey Coliseum. Well, football, more football. The focus of tonight's High School Minute, brought to you by Ford and Mississippi Sports Medicine. All things week 3 on the high school gridiron. Cam Akers had his moments, but few and far between. Brandon over Clinton in our game of the week. Say it ain't so, matey. Pearl Pirates fall to 0-3 as Brendan Jones returns one of 2 interceptions for a score and a Northwest ranking victory. Warren Central feeling festive. Dearius Christmas, first of 2 touchdown runs as the Vikings remain undefeated with a win over rival Vicksburg. Also undefeated, Murrah. Mustangs march over Jim Hill. They've outscored their 3 opponents by more than 100 points. And Jackson Prep's Gene Wood putting up numbers too. 4 total touchdowns and a win over Forest. This has been your High School Minute. Well, it's a Monday Night Football. Calvin Johnson and the Lions hosting Eli Manning and the Giants. And we all know how good Johnson is, right? How about cluing in the Giants secondary? Opening drive, they'll lose track of Megatron as Matthew Stafford scrambles, finds him wide open. It's 7-0 Detroit. Still first quarter, those two will hook up again. Check out the throw coming back across his body from Stafford. Then full extension in the end zone from Johnson for the touchdown grab. While not pictured, Eli Manning throws for just 163 yards, 2 interceptions, one by North Pike alum Glover Quinn. Lions beat the Giants 35-14. Finally tonight, Braves opening an important series with the Nationals in D.C. Jason Hayward showing off. Terrific sliding catch in the corner for the perennial Gold Glover. But the Braves needing to do some work with the bats. Down 2-0 in the 8th inning. Freddie Freeman, base hit to right. Former Embrave Jose Constanza scores, pulls Atlanta within a run. But in the 9th inning, Drew Storen on for the Nats to close it out. Fans Chris Johnson, Tommy LaStella, and Andrelton Simmons in order to end it. Braves lose 2-1, fall 8 back of the Nats, and a game and a half back of the second National League wild card. Those games are running out for the Braves. They got to make a move.
All right, thank you so much, Mike. We'll be right back.
The High School Minute is sponsored by Ford.
We own hard work and hard-nosed football. We own big carries and caring traditions, Hail State and all-time greats. We own maroon and white, and we're ready to fight. And for the past 37 years, we own the best-selling truck in America. Get 0 for 60 plus up to $4,500 in total savings on F-150, only at your Mississippi Ford dealer.
Fall truck month is here. The days are getting shorter, but Ram 1500 makes the most of them. It's the first ever back-to-back Motor Trend Truck of the Year winner. With best-in-class fuel economy, 28 mpg highway, 6 miles per gallon better than Ford EcoBoost. That's 27% better. Get a great deal during Ram Truck Month. Get $9,000 in total values on the 2014 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab, Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
Finding out about the school field trip the day of the school field trip used to bring Dana's morning to a screeching halt. But now she can greenlight this moment with the touch of a button. Sending money to friends and family, or even a class mom? Regions Personal Pay makes it easy to give life the green light. Ready to move your life forward? Switch to Regions.
You make a great team. It's been that way since the day you met. But your erectile dysfunction, it could be a question of blood flow. Cialis Tadalafil for daily use helps you be ready anytime the moment's right. You can be more confident in your ability to be ready. And the same Cialis is the only daily ED tablet approved to treat ED and symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently or urgently. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medications and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sexual activity. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or if you have any allergic reactions such as rash, hives, swelling of the lips, tongue, or throat, or difficulty breathing or swallowing, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a 30-tablet free trial.
Muggy out there.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
And we're going to be in the 90s tomorrow, and probably again
my.
on Wednesday and maybe even Thursday. But after that, look at that. Cooler weather, lower humidity headed our way. Temperatures will be in the mid-80s by this weekend, and overnight lows could get down as low as the 50s. Not unheard of.
How about that?
In fact, it was like that in July, wasn't it?
Yeah, about that time of year now, though. We're going to see a lot more of that, huh?
Absolutely. Now we're going to get into a trend where it hangs around for a while.
Good enough. All right, Dave, thanks a lot.
Thank you so much for joining us at 10. Be sure to tune in to our morning newscast beginning at 5 a.m.
Have a good night, folks. We'll see you tomorrow.
Now with the new Mississippi News Now mobile app, you'll never be without Mississippi News. From msnewsnow.com to text and email alerts for breaking news and weather. Mississippi News Now, it's all right here in the palm of your hand. Sponsored by Cars R Us, trucks too. Best price, most value.
Closed captioning is sponsored by the Great Daniels Auto Family with locations in Brandon and Jackson.
This fall, get ready for an exciting and hilarious new game show with the world's funniest host.
Who is it?
Craig Ferguson hosts Celebrity Name Game.
Beginning September 22nd on WLBT.
Imagine a place with the best of everything for your home, where the perfect sofa is just steps away from your favorite bedroom, and fabulous accessories are everywhere you look. Welcome to Miskelly's in Madison. Make yourself at home.
Call it. Heads. It's tails.
We choose chicken tenders.
Now let's have a nice, clean shopping trip.
Friends. Football. Food.
First down.
Kroger can help you save on all the game day favorites you need to feed your home team.
Right now, 6-ounce cartons of fresh raspberries are 99 cents, and boneless top sirloin steaks are $6.99 a pound. Great food, low prices at Kroger.
Dodge Challenger with a Hemi V8. Drink it in, boys. It's glorious. It is beautiful. Let's monkey with it.
Stop in and check out the Dodge Charger and Challenger with the legendary Hemi V8. Get $4,250 total cash allowance on the 2014 Charger SXT rear-wheel drive or $3,250 total cash allowance on Challenger.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. When we designed forthepeople.com, we built it for you, the consumer, a place to go learn about product and drug recalls, tips for children's safety, and other consumer information to help you prevent accidents before they occur. And also a place to learn about our firm and our results. You can have a live online chat 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We built it for you, the consumer. I hope it helps. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Where can you find the largest selection of fashionable, brand-name furniture? Just one place, Miskelly's.com. Introducing 24/7 shopping at Miskelly's.
Julia Wyden, weekdays on WLBT.
Center in the heart of New York City. It's the Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon.